Hi guys, so one of the most common questions I get asked by far is, hey Dr. Daniel, why don't you raise local chickens? I mean, local chickens are quite profitable. A lot of times they are considered organic, the products are very expensive. Why don't you raise local chickens? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys why I don't raise local chickens, why I'm not considering raising local chickens, why I don't think I'll ever raise local chickens. So stick around right through to the very end. And just in case you're wondering who the hell I am, I'm Dr. Daniel, a retired medical doctor who is very passionate about poultry farming. And on this channel, I teach you everything to do with farming. I mean, raising chickens. In the background here, you can see that I have a kale garden. I mean, it's minute, very tiny. Just in between my two chicken houses, there's a chicken house here, another chicken house here. We just try to utilize it to grow a bit of vegetables. It's not something that I would advise you to do a lot, but it's something that we just consider doing over here. Yeah? You know, you don't want to grow a lot of stuff around your chicken houses because it can harbor rats, you know, pests, vectors, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so if you're interested in learning about poultry farming, about goat farming, cattle farming, sheep farming, or any of these things, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on any of my uploads, because trust me, now that you've joined FarmUp, you're in the right place. Now, before I tell you about my decision to not do local chickens, let me first give you a short brief of what just happened around on the farm in the morning and just show you around. This is our chicken house. This is the very first chicken house we built on the farm, and we are cleaning it out. I mean, very soon we are having a new batch coming in. Can you see how clean the top is? Now, the fuel in the pressure washer got done yesterday before we finished cleaning. The top there, you can see that that's dirty. But the rest of the side, we had tried to clean, you can see the bottom is not yet cleaned, but we had cleaned the inside with the pressure washer. We have our litter already available here. We covered it with tarpaulin so that it doesn't get spoiled. So all this is litter. It's brand new litter that we're going to put inside here. Actually, we're going to put it today. Yeah. So once the guys get done with the work, we shall put it. Now the guys have locked up in here, so I can't get in. But you can see the pressure washer right there. Yeah, you can see it. And that's the house. I mean, we've cleaned it out. I don't have the key right here. The guys locked it up, and that's a good thing. Yeah, it's a really good thing that they locked it up. But that means that I can't get in. And then you can see a few patches that we've made. These are patches that we're going to be putting inside here. We have another one over there. We need to make a few more. These are laying boxes that are also supposed to go inside here. So it's quite some work going on. And this is our youngest flock that is laying, yeah? This flock is about 27 weeks old. So something quite strange happened with this flock right here, yeah? So this flock has been doing really well. I mean, it's in the 95s in terms of laying percentage, 95%. Can you imagine? That's really beautiful. A few days back, I mean, yesterday but one, this lower section, the upper section continued laying properly, but the lower section dropped to 84%. 84, all the way from 95. And then yesterday, it did 79%. I was like, what the hell? But it's the same flock. Up was still the same percentage. For it didn't drop. So yesterday morning when I got up and saw the results of the previous day, that it was at 84%, I was thinking to myself, what's wrong? Yeah. So I went and looked through the data. Everything seemed to be normal. I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? So I tell the manager, man, let's just continue, observing. Let's look at the feed consumption. We looked at the flock. The flock looked to be healthy. Everything looked to be fine. I'm like, okay, let's wait. Most probably tomorrow is going to get better. I was thinking to myself, maybe it's because of the fact that we've been using a pressure washer to clean around, and so it's making a lot of noise for the chickens. But then I told myself, no, I don't think it can be, the pressure washer, because, I mean, even up, there is some noises affecting the birds up. Same noise is affecting the birds in this other house, yeah? So what could it be? What could be going wrong? Why are we having, this very serious drop? Anyway, I failed to figure it out. Now, when I woke up this morning and I noticed that it had dropped even further to 79%, I was like, something is completely wrong. So we went through the data, I went through a few things, and then the first thing I had to figure out was, what happened over the past 3 or 4 days that has changed, yeah? Because the production has been the same, but just like that, the production has changed. What could have been the problem? So what I noticed when I asked the manager is, we got a new worker coming into this lower section. Yeah, we got a new worker. Not like we got a new worker, but someone who wasn't working there before. Yeah, he was moved from another house because one of the guys who was working there decided to leave. He decided to leave the job. He wants to go and do his other stuff. So I moved and transferred someone else to to the bottom over there. And I was like, okay, now that means that most likely it's a management problem, yeah? Because the feed is the same, everything is the same, most likely it's a management problem. So I'm like, let's get inside and just look at what's being done and most probably why the problem is coming. And I start moving around, and as soon as I start looking, I notice that in one lane, 4 drinkers barely have any water. I mean, they have water, but it's like at 1 millimeter level. Yeah, I'm like, this is quite strange. So I correct 1 drinker. And then I move to the other, and I noticed the same thing. And then when I moved in, the house has like 25 drinkers. Around 10 to 12 of them actually don't have water. I'm like, hey, this is the actual problem. I call the guy, I'm like, come on, this is the simple problem. There is no water and the birds haven't been consuming water, yeah? Now, the interesting thing is that at least between 70 and 80% of an egg is water. So if chickens don't eat water, it's going to be very manifested in your flock, yeah? So that's something that you need to consider very seriously. For me personally, when I was starting my farm, a lot of times while I was moving around on the farm, I would enter the chicken house and you notice that the drinkers have tripped over, there's no water inside the drinkers. And a lot of times it wouldn't be an issue. But with time, as I got to know the significance of having water in the farm, I paid a lot of emphasis on it and it affects your production so much, yeah? And it's another problem that I actually see a lot of farmers face. This lack of water, it's a very, very big problem that a lot of farmers face. So you need to be, quite deliberate on ensuring that your chickens consistently have water. You need to make sure your chickens consistently and always have water to avoid these problems, yeah? So, I mean, this was a quick one that I just wanted to share with you guys so that, you learn from my experience. Anyway, let's move over to the local chickens. So why don't I do local chickens? Guys, it's really beautiful over here. We're having eggs, yeah? It's a beautiful time to be on the farm. So why don't I do local chickens, honestly, yeah? Currently on this farm, I have about 7,500 commercial layers. On the breeder farm, there's breeders over there. And yes, I've kept a few local chickens, but it's not something I've specialized on. And in all honesty, it can be quite profitable, yeah? It can be really profitable in terms of margins because their meat is quite expensive. Their eggs are also way more expensive than, the normal commercial eggs that we get from commercial layers. So why don't I do them? Well, the main reason is because of the efficiency of production and the scalability. When it does come to raising local chickens, first of all, you have a niche market. Not everyone is going to buy local chickens. So what that means is that I can't raise them in very huge numbers. Even if I decided to raise them, yeah, I can only raise them in small numbers. I can't raise them in numbers of 10, 20, 50,000, I would just never get market for them. That is the first thing. The second thing is about the feed and the efficiency. We'll first start with their, with their production and what they give you, yeah? Now, a local chicken, once you feed it really well and you want to utilize it to give you eggs, it will probably give you, 100 eggs a year if it does really well. I mean, really, really well. It will do 100 eggs a year. I mean, it does about 60 to 80 eggs a year, yeah? So 100 eggs a year, it will have done well. Now, let's compare that, for example, to my Issa brown chickens, which are here, which give me 330 to 340 eggs a year. They are nothing compared to that, yeah? The local chickens are completely nothing compared to that. Now, that's just one aspect. Now, the other thing is, let's look at the meat. When it does come to broilers, the commercial broilers will give you 2 kilograms in about 6 weeks maximum. 2 kilograms in terms of weight. Local chickens, I mean, they might never get to 2 kilograms in their entire lifetime, yeah? They might never. I mean, in 6 weeks is what, 1.5 months? There'll probably still be a few grams. I mean, maybe 150, 200 grams. That's what they'll be weighing in 6 weeks. Can you imagine? So, again, they're not efficient. They're not something that you want to consider to raise when it does come to putting on weight. So now, in light of this, you need to remember that you're going to be feeding them. So a local chicken is going to eat literally the same amount of feed as a commercial chicken. Yeah, that's what you need to understand, a commercial layer. A local chicken is going to eat the same amount of feed as a commercial layer, but it's going to give you 80 eggs, while a commercial layer is going to give you 340 eggs. Why would I sell that? Honestly, why? Tell me, why? Why would I waste my time focusing on that, yeah? Secondly, even when it lays, it's going to take a long time. I mean, it might get to laying at the same time and maybe, 4.5 months, but then it doesn't stay there for a really long time. then it goes broody. Unlike the commercial chickens, a lot of them go broody. Now you have to deal with the broodiness. So you have to deal with a lot of complex things that personally I don't deal with when it does come to commercial chickens over here. Yeah. So because of that reason, personally I decided that I can't do local chickens. The other thing is that for you to now not go with the alternative of commercial feed, you then have to go with free range. Free ranging chickens. But are you going to free range 5,000 chickens? Is it even possible? Do you know how much space you require to raise birds on free range? 4 square meters per bird. I mean, for deep litter system of chickens, you need 6 birds per square meter. 6 birds in 1 square meter. For a local chicken or for a free range system, you need 4 square meters for just 1 bird. Yeah, that's really crazy. So because of that reason, no. It's certainly not something I have considered. It's not something that I'm going to be doing. So because of that, local chickens just will not be something I'll do for business. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.